Hello, everybody. This is Elisha Keating from wisdomseekers.net, and we're here today with the incomparable Spirit Feather, and she has an assistant today, Niki. How are you two?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited to do this. I brought my auto write skills in this time.
Oh, cool. Tell us a bit about your auto write while I figure things out.
So the reason why I do auto write is because when I read energy, it's kind of scattered, and it's energy from a light source that I have to filter through a human brain. So it helps me to sort of make it flow better, and I can see things better when I'm keeping my hand busy, if that makes sense.
I'm always fiddling when I work.
Mm-hmm.
I try not to, but there are many times I just want to sit here and work with my wire while I do the chit chat.
Mm-hmm. It's like fiddling with something almost helps keep me grounded and more focused.
It does me, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably not polite, but what the heck, you know.
It works. I just find I also get clearer messages this way too. Like I'm still kind of new with tarot cards and all that. So
we don't go around advertising that. we go around saying, wow, we're pretty darn good. And I know because I've used you, you're pretty darn good.
Yeah, it's just more like a mental thing. I kind of get in my own way.
Yeah, so far, we might have people viewing.
They're coming.
But I can't tell.
They're coming.
Okay, so
they're not commenting, but they're coming.
All right, cool then. So we can visit it for a couple of minutes and get relaxed and everything. So tell me a little bit more about auto writing. Well, exactly what is it? What do you do?
So I connect with my guides, and I call it Great Spirit. It's different for everybody what we connect to, but it's all the same light source. So what I get is I hear my guides talk. Sometimes I'll get one word and I'll get a feeling, and it flows through me into the paper. Sometimes I'll get like almost like a scene, like a movie that I'll write down, messages from the person's guide that I'm connecting with. It all really depends on the energy that's coming through. And sometimes it comes out in like really extensive words, and I have to kind of like cut it down a little bit. But it's pretty cool.
Yeah, the guides can be very verbose.
Yeah, and you also get like songs sometimes, and
yeah, I know. You go, what the heck? What about you, Niki? Do you have any practices that you do that? Because I remember you saying that you were working with tarot cards.
Yeah, I've been working with these ones.
Okay, Wisdom's the Circle.
Yeah, not yet. I don't have any practices that I've been doing at all. I just try to stay calm and positive while I'm doing them.
Well, that's a practice.
Yeah. So I think I'm not too bad at them.
Okay, well, when it comes to interactive, we'll toss you some.
Oh no.
Is that your first one?
You mean the first time I thrown into her in the deep end? Not the first time I thrown her in the deep end, but the first time for this. So my daughters and I were having a discussion. I said, I'm not pushy. And my daughter said, yeah, Mom, you really are. I only get people to do stuff I know they're capable of. So how is that pushy? Tell me that.
And then I pointed out that she made someone who was scared of going on TV go on TV with us.
Yeah, that's true.
How is that not pushy?
I just asked her.
I mean, stuff.
So How are you going to do this? Do you have a question that you wanted to specifically ask? Do you want a general reading?
Just a general reading, I think.
Okay. And what do you want to do, Spirit Feather?
I will read the auto write and pull cards for advice at the end, if you're okay with that.
Yeah.
And if any questions pop up during, then I can also answer those.
Okay.
Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So the first thing that came up for you was the death card. And it sounds pretty scary, but it's not. It just signifies a period of transformation and transmutation. Death and rebirth, old energy being cleansed and processed. Let's see. And if I pause for a minute, it's because sometimes my writing gets really weird in auto write. It's really hard to like kind of keep up with the energy. So,
okay.
So, needing to come from a place in self-love in order to sort of open up a little bit. And I felt a little bit of anxiety with you lately too, but I feel like where you're heading, like while you're transmutating this tough energy, I heard the word brilliance. So like, I just get this sense that you're going to bloom and shine and have like this brilliance about you. And it's really internal that these changes are taking place for you.
Okay.
And with your heart, what I'm seeing right now is your heart's opening up, and it's almost like you're opening up to yourself again, to loving yourself. And that's a really hard lesson that a lot of people go through. Yeah, so moving towards the light. So you're going through an ascension process, a dark night of the soul, which is essentially just we are taking a look at ourselves. It's like standing in front of a mirror and seeing sometimes a part of ourselves that we don't like, and which is hard to see. So that could be our physical form, how we feel about how we look, how we even talk to ourselves. So I feel like that's what you're going through right now. Does that resonate so far?
Oh, wait. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got the sense that some things in your life are a little bit misaligned, but you are adjusting to them. Like you're kind of bringing things into balance.
Okay.
Let's see what else. So this is all happening in order for you to go into the next phase of your life. And I got the sense, which is funny that you brought up your tarot cards, because I got the sense that you're heading into a place where your spiritual abilities are going to bloom. And I already feel like your intuition is very spot on, but you doubt it.
All the time, yeah.
Yeah, like you feel things and you're just, oh, I'm crazy. And
right.
And to be honest, like everybody still goes through that part where we sort of doubt ourselves, but I feel like that's going to start being stripped away. And the sense of clarity for you is going to come in.
Okay.
And I heard peace. Okay, let's see what else I have here. Yes, pushing you forward. And they're asking you to trust. So to trust that these changes that are coming in for you are good for you. Trusting yourself to handle these changes and to have confidence, and that anything you need in this period of transformation and change will be provided for you by spirit. Yeah, you are spiritually gifted, sensitive to energies, and I think it's not just you that's sensitive to energies. I think your family members are too. Like it's in your family line.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so sense of self-doubt, anxiety. But once you are settled into this new phase, yes, your energy will begin to bloom and you are shifting. And I saw the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is someone who stands in her power, someone who is stable in her entire being and has everything she needs, she is provided for. And I think that is where you are going. That's why you are transmutating all this staticky energy, because I see energy that swirls around you and it looks like electricity and it's sort of just processing.
Okay.
Let's see. Yeah, standing in your own power. So yes, this year for you is pivotal, and I heard this is the year of great change for you. Internally, I think by this time next year, you're going to look at yourself and feel so much better and confident and really love yourself in your life, where you're heading. It's really beautiful. And I saw sunshine at the end of the tunnel kind of thing.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's an opening here for you in regards to spirituality. And I also felt in regards to the support system around you too. So I really do think you buying those tarot cards was for a reason, like you were guided to.
Yeah.
And get over that fear. And we all have it. I still have it. Like, it's going to be, it just feels really good. Okay, let's see what else I have here for you. Yeah, there is an energy around you that is waiting for the right time, waiting for things to settle, and it's going to sort of launch you forward. Sorry, I'm just reading. Yeah, and you feel like you're very sensitive to the energies around you, like people's energy sort of bombards you, and that's okay. We all get overwhelmed. But I also have wrote down here that you need to take a little bit more time to yourself, like even just like a bubble bath or like a movie. And I'm seeing greenery, so maybe like more salads. I don't know why that's coming in.
Funny you say that, because I was just thinking today that we need to start eating more salads with like protein on it today. I'm like, maybe a couple salads a day.
Yeah, and I heard like vitamins. So there's something within like deep greens, like I guess kale. I hear a lot of people don't like kale, but there's something within it that you need, I think might help you feel clearer. I don't know if lately you've been kind of feel like you're in a daze, just not feeling quite right.
Yeah.
That might help.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it was really funny because I saw your guides giving you a thumbs up, like you're doing well, and then they showed me the sunflowers. So I think if you're ever having like some rough moments, keep an eye out for sunflowers, because that's gonna be like a little bit of love and boost from the universe for you.
Okay.
Yeah, and hope. But yeah, there is an energy on just the outskirts of your energy that's waiting for you to open up. That makes sense. So let's see. Shifting and changing isn't always easy. There is a sense of needing to set healthy boundaries, and that could be healthy boundaries within your own self. Like how we talk to ourselves too is very important. And because everything is energy, right? Thoughts, feelings, how we talk. And I just feel like you need just some self-love time. That's a really strong feeling I'm getting right now.
Totally makes sense.
Getting the feeling like you're burnt out or heading to a burnout. I think if you can spend more time, I'm seeing candles and bubbles baths. So if you can spend some more time just kind of loving on yourself, I think you will avoid a burnout, because I feel like you're just getting so tired. You're just stretched too thin. Yeah. And they specifically showed me bubble baths. So yeah, that's what I got for you so far. Do you have any questions you want me to answer?
Do you see me doing a career change?
I got immediately yes. And I think is it something you've been wanting for a while, been thinking about?
Yeah, well, probably the last month, I guess. So I'm taking a death doula course, but then Elijah actually got me to look up Dolores Cannon. So I'm really interested in the QHHT.
I think energetically, death doula feels really good for you. It is, it's, what's the way to put it? It's like being part of a ceremony to help someone pass on. And I feel like with your energy, it's in your heart, like you're meant to. Like it feels really good. Like it's like your soul is bringing you to it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Are you nervous about it?
Yes. Because everyone just keeps on saying, well, isn't that going to bring you down watching people die all the time? But it's not. To me, that's not what it's about. It's about being there for that person that's passed or is passing. Yeah.
It feels very beautiful, because I can see you with with that person there, and there's just this beautiful sparkling energy around, and you're helping them to release in peace.
Okay.
And I feel like it's also going to bring peace to you as well. Like it's a beautiful energy exchange while you're helping them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very pretty, very beautiful. Mm-hmm.
So that would be more of like my own business. Do you see it flourishing? Like, can I make a living out of it?
Yes, because it's something your soul wants, but I think you might start out in a facility first to try to get your footing, get used to it. That feels good, but I think later down the line you very well could. Like it feels soul-based because I can feel it in my heart, which is usually where the soul lives and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, it feels really good.
What about the Dolores Cannon stuff? It's like a very deep soul hypnosis.
I think, Nikki, if you take the hypnosis, I'm seeing you should bring like a pen and paper with you when you come out of it. It feels also important. Like it's gonna bring some stuff to the surface for you.
Okay.
And I think Elijah sending that to you is a reason for it.
The reason I'm asking that is because we live in a very small town, and it might be very difficult to make a living as a death doula here in town because it's still new.
Yeah.
And it's
well, I wrote in the auto write that you might have a physical move, but I sort of jumped over it because I wasn't too sure. Yeah.
But she I'm being pushy here, I'm sorry. She is wanting to move within town.
As far as the death doula, it might just be like a town over, or like to like a bigger city where there's a bigger hospital or something. That's what I feel. I do think it's a very wide path for you, and I see like it's not like it's a big path, so it's good. Yeah.
Okay.
No, Maddie says things are changing though, and people are opening up. So actually, even with she stayed in town, she could probably there's a large area as long as you've got a car that works.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It feels good.
Good.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any other questions?
Well, we talked before about spirit guides and how you felt the native ancestry.
I did, yeah.
Same
that
thing.
Was pretty cool. They are helping you through your transformation, and actually I'm seeing a ceremony around fire, so they are celebrating you and helping you through these changes, and it's just a sense of excitement, like almost like finally, like it feels good. And I see like some sort of feather fan in their hand. I know that means something, but you could, I don't know if you have found feathers on the ground a lot or you might soon. I think that could be, yeah, it's pretty cool.
I do know the local natives are becoming are developing a very strong spiritual energy around here.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's very neat.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Maddie says morning. Becky says hello. Becky Leflab. And Fran Routley says hello. And you know Fran, right, Nikki? She lives in town here.
Oh, okay.
And Maddie says, come over for a hot tub so you can relax. And Camille Harrison says hello. Gina says hello. Emily Villaria says peace and blessings, everyone. And Maddie says, I find a lot of the land is very spiritual around here. And we have a mountain, and it's called Mount Ida. And every place you go in the world, there's a Mount Ida, and it's always spiritual. I think in Greece, there's a Mount Ida, and it's a very spiritual place.
I think something about that name.
Yeah, I think people choose the name because it goes with the energy of the place.
Mm-hmm.
And you said something a little earlier to Niki, and I was going to jump in and say, yes, exactly. Can't remember what it was, but I did have a dream with you last night, Niki.
Oh.
And I don't, I just know that there's something to do with the future, and I can't remember. It's just sort of, when you get that nag,
yeah.
It was very positive. And I think it does have to do with you moving.
Again.
I don't think you're going to go far. I mean, Niki moved down to the coast and came back because she likes it here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Farm is a really, really pretty place.
But I mean, there's Sorrento, there's Tappan, there's a whole bunch of different places, right?
Yeah.
That are really close, and you're still here in the same energy. Jennifer Reed says, hello, ladies.
Hello.
Danielle says, Danielle Cordegoita says hello. Okay, so are we going to open it up now, or do you have any more questions for Spirit Feather? Take it while you've got it. She's
right. With my kids, because you said that you felt like my children are also spiritual. Mm-hmm. Do you think any of them will have the ability to do something with it?
Yes. If they choose to, yeah. It takes practice, just like most things, of course. And I have to say, to also protect your energy and their energy as well is always a really base thing. But yeah, actually, I think all of you could if you choose to.
Okay.
And it feels positive.
So my daughter sitting in the background answering the questions right along with you. That's why I had that funny look on my face. I gotta make her come out in front of the camera when she doesn't watch out.
Right?
I'm really.
I can decline and run away.
I guess I should have been more prepared and had questions for you, but I didn't even think about doing that.
Well, usually I find that usually when I'm writing or doing a reading, people come in with 2 questions, they end up with the 20 of them. So I don't think it matters. So Maria says hello.
Hello.
And Doreen says, hello, ladies. And so Maria, I wanted to talk to you, but I remembered like midnight last night. So I'm going to message you a short message, but not this second. So yeah, let me see if I can think of questions for you, Niki. So you're very stressed about your future right now.
Yes.
And actually, Spirit Feather already answered that one and said it's going to be fine.
Yep.
And I believe she's right, actually. I think things are going to take a 95-degree angle change.
Yeah.
So
what do you think, Spirit?
Yes. I just got the big sense of needing to trust. And I just saw you being blindfolded and having your hands out and just trusting that you know the way forward. And that things that you need will be provided to you, and that, of course, with wisdom seekers and everybody, you have a really good support system.
Yeah.
And you're going to get through this. It's just a moment of transmutation and change, cycling out old energy to bring in the new.
Okay.
It's almost like she's walking across a bridge, and it's like there's a line in the sand. And once she crosses that line, it's like, oh my God, and you're just, things change. We do have some. Do you have any more questions?
Actually, just one more. When do you figure I'll be moving?
I got summer.
Okay.
But I'm also not perfect.
Time-wise, it's really difficult.
Yeah.
It's hard because we have free will and every choice we make can change stuff, right? So,
right.
But as the energy sits right now, I felt summertime.
Okay.
I think summer, June is going to be a huge shift in a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to do something that's not totally politically correct, because this is Spirit Feathers Interactive. I'm going to ask Niki to answer, to pull cards for Maddie, because she knows Maddie. And Maddie will be very open to it. Is that all right with you, Spirit?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, so Maddie says, is there a message? I'd love to hear one.
Okay.
A big purple heart. And I learned that this means heart. I'm very bad.
Well, it looks like a heart, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, and Maria says June. For you. Thanks. It's always good to have our people on who back us up. Maddie has a big grinny faces. So yes, she's okay with it.
So I got breathe, but it's also upside down. It's a very pretty picture. Laziness and empathy are signs of not slowing down, but decay of lifelessness. Wake up and do something to shake this off. Go outside for some air. A walk in nature will remind you that all of is ensouled and magical. Get some exercise, move out of your head and into your body, and breathe in deeply. Each breath is precious.
That's a nice card.
It's pretty.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like doing Maddie's meditations.
So next one is, hang on, it bounced. I know, there it is. Danielle Acordegoita says, absolutely, if there's any messages coming for me, I would love to know. It's been hectic.
Mm-hmm. Shall I take this one?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Sorry. I'm so aware.
My name's Danielle.
Danielle, yeah.
So you got the card 8 of Wands, which I feel right away the need to communicate. Whatever's going on in your life, it feels staticky. But I feel like if you are able to talk with the people this involves and come to like a sort of agreement, that it will ease things a little bit. I don't know. It's like a sense of like a group setting, and everyone sort of has their own idea, but it's not merged together. There's a need to come together and like talk about what's going on.
That sounds good. Fran Routley, what do you see in my future? Oh no, pardon me, I jumped one. We'll come back to you, Fran. Doreen Dorado, yes, I'd love a message too. I find it very hard to ground and take a rest. Do my angels have any tips about this one? And I'm going to give you back to Feather, Spirit Feather.
I'm going to pull you a healing card. This feels like it's the one you need. Sorry, my brain did that thing again. What's her name? Doreen?
Doreen Dorado. She's from the Netherlands.
Cool place.
Yeah. And she has a lot of Tiffany lamps.
Oh, I remember. So the card you got is take responsibility for every thought and feeling. It can affect the whole universe. So maybe you have a lot of mind chatter that's you're having a hard time grounding. So I think it's a lot to do with your thought processes, the mind chatter you're having. And I think, like, I get the feeling you just need to take a deep breath and relax. And if you can come from like a third person view of like the situations in your life and not ruminate, I think that'll help a lot, especially that third person view aspect. As for grounding, I find it's hard to ground when I meditate, but you can try grounding with baths. Elisha suggested me the other day, like hot water on your feet and then cold water, and even Epsom salts, or going for walks too. I feel like there's a sense of calm that's going to come in if you go for a walk and try to listen to your guides, and it will come in through the heart, not the mind.
And Doreen's very good with you doing the heart energy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Fran Routley, I'm going to give this one to Niki, if you're all right with that, Niki. She just wants to know, what do you see in my future? And just so you know, Niki is very new to this, and she's actually a friend of ours. We're not actually selling her.
Oh.
I'm just pushing her so that she grows a little faster. I'm bad that way. At least that's what I'm told. Oh, and Maddie said that she loved that card. Thank you.
Oh, good.
Oh, guess what? There's a whole bunch of new comments. Maddie says it's too cold to go walking.
It is very cold.
Minus 18 here. And Daniel says, thank you. That makes a lot of sense. Okay.
So I got serendipity. So protection message, it means perhaps you felt almost certain that serendipitous events were meant to lead to something better. It was supposed to be the perfect business, or that person you gave your heart to was supposed to be the one. Yet it all fell apart. Consider this. Sometimes synchronicity and serendipity come together to lead you directly into difficulties in order to deliver an important lesson you need to learn. Before you hit the jackpot, don't get caught up in the drama of disappointment. There really is a silver lining in this cloud. Spirit always knows what you need and is guiding you to where you are meant to go. Pay attention to the signs presented to you.
That makes sense, actually, for Fran. She's a very devout lady. And she spends a lot of time out in the great outdoors. So Maddie says to Doreen, imagine roots growing out of your feet and connecting to the massive root system under the ground, which might be interesting because I'm not sure they have a massive root system in the Netherlands, but yeah, it'd be worth it. And Sandra Beerley Schistel says, hello, ladies. And Doreen says, thank you. It's a mind chatter indeed. It's a good one. So Jennifer Swab, and we'll go back to Spirit. My daughter Sydney has a fur baby, Cookie, who passed away. My daughter has asked her to reincarnate. Can you see how they can find each other again? Sydney is nervous about them finding each other. Thank you. It's been my experience that they find you more than you find them. But
that's exactly what I felt. Like, she's going to lay her eyes on an animal. She may not necessarily come into the same animal form as last time, but she's going to be drawn into this animal, and she's going to just know. For some reason, I saw a cat. but
it could be any, you know, another fur baby.
I think she's just gonna know. So like she's gonna be pulled towards the animal and need to take her home.
So for instance, our dog Tolly, it's the first time he's ever been in dog form, and it shows. He was our horse way back in about 20 years ago. He would be 32 if he was still alive, because he was born in the same year as my youngest daughter. I just told a date. He chose us. We were going to take his brother, and he jumped into my daughter's truck and would not get out. So we said, fine, we'll take him. So yeah, I don't think you have to worry about the dog choosing you. And then we had previously bought Jelly Bean, and she came up to Elle, looked her in the eye, and Elle says, "That's our dog." So, you know, we always let the animal come and choose us. We never choose the animal. So, and I think you find that with most people, right? So, I have a friend down in the States. She's been looking for a dog for months now. I told her it's going to be a white dog with brown ears and brown on the body. Sent me a picture about 2 weeks ago of this little pup, white, brown in the ears. She's bringing it home on Saturday.
Oh, that's so awesome. With my cats, it was funny because I told myself I'm not gonna have that many cats, and I didn't want a boy cat, but I ended up taking them all. I'm like, I have to. Don't know why. I just
they just know.
Yeah.
And Francis, thank you. And we have been, I don't even know what time it is. I can't see small print anymore. So we've been on 40 minutes. We can wait for more questions, or we can
it's up to you. I do have a little bit of a headache though.
Okay, so why don't we call it a day, and let's just, what's today, Tuesday? Yeah, let's just call it a day then.
Okay, so thank you, Nikki.
Hang on.
Thank you for everything.
Sorry, you got a question.
Oh, okay.
Sandra wants to know if you can ask Spirit if my daughter will find a house to buy soon.
I'm gonna pull tarot card this one. Oh, that was quick. Four of Wands, that signifies commitment. So yes, let me pull one more, see if I can get a time frame going on. Yeah, because Four of Wands is like happy home kind of, and they're in the regular Four of Wands. There's a house in the background actually. So I'm trying to feel time frame though. Ooh.
How close was the house when you saw it in your mind?
It was close enough for me to see detail. So that could be a matter of, I guess, months. 3 months.
Yeah, once you find the house, it takes a long time to buy it.
Yeah.
It's just a pain in the butt that way, or rent it or whatever. You find a house easy enough. It's just going through the rigmarole to get it.
So she's got Four of Wands and Two of Swords. So yes, and that's a decision. So sorry, my energy's foggy. I do feel.
Oh, I just got yes. And I think she'll find the house pretty soon, because I too can see detail. But it's not weeks. It's not 2 or 3. It's not 2 weeks. It's more like 3 and back. So you're same time frame.
I got 3 months when you were asking that question. I'm like 3 months, and then Spirit Feather said 3 months. So
it's kind of nice to get that out.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Your intuition's on point. I'm telling you.
Yeah. And you just have to learn to trust yourself just a tad more.
Yeah.
Which means throw your book away. Okay, Jennifer Reed says, I believe they will connect again. They were soulmates. Elijah's felt it would be soon, and I agree with that. I felt she may be a dog again, but my daughter loves cats as well. Honestly, when I saw this little creature, it was bouncing around like a puppy. Just bounced, because when she died, the puppy was like 13. But no longer as a puppy, and it was bouncing around.
I just saw something fluffy bouncing around, so I assumed it was like a cat. Like, I don't know.
And I assumed it was just a small dog. But you know, that's it. That's assumptions, right? Mm-hmm. And Sandra says, great, thank you. So I think we can kick ourselves off now. And I appreciate very much, ladies, your help. All of you, both of you. That makes more sense. Thank
you.
Yeah.
And thanks for the reading. It was very good.
Thank you for trusting me with your energy.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Okay. So namaste. Namasto.
Bye.